Hi, my name is Mark Jones, and I'm the president of the Kiwanis Club of Lakewood in Dallas. And this is a tutorial on how to make the flags and poles for a flag subscription program. Okay, first let's talk about equipment and supplies. The first thing is the pole, and that is actually 3/4 inch electrical conduit. It's in the electrical section of the hardware store. And I found that they're usually taped together in bundles of 10, but you can buy them individual if you want to. You're also going to need Schedule 40 PVC pipe. It's 1 inch in diameter, and that's in the plumbing section, and those are sold in individual pieces. The flag poles themselves will be used in their entirety. The PVC pipe will be cut into sections. Usually 15-inch sections is what is going to give you the most when you cut them. So it's going to be 8 15-inch sections or about that. You will also need a 3/4 inch threaded end plug for each section of PVC pipe that you've cut. They have smooth plugs and threaded plugs, and yeah, it's a smooth interior of the pipe, but the threaded ones work the best, even though the inside of the pipe is not threaded. If you try and use a cap, the cap just adds diameter to the pipe, so it makes it extremely tough to get it in the ground because you've actually increased the diameter of the pipe if you use a cap. So use the 3/4 inch threaded end plug. Next, you're going to need metal screws, and the screws that we use are number 10 diameter, and they're 1 inch long. You'll also need a power drill with a hex driver bit on it if you want. The screws that we use, the number 10 screws, are a 5/16 hex head on them. You can get a hand tightener if you want to, and those are fairly inexpensive. I got one just in case, but I use the power driver for pretty much everything. Next are fender washers. They're a wider washer. The ones you need are 1/4 inch diameter hole, and then the fender itself. I got 1 inch wide just because I like the wider part of it. It just made it easier to assemble the flags. It doesn't really matter what the size is as long as it covers the grommet in the flag, because the price is exactly the same. I think they're like 13 cents a piece or something like that. I got a box of 100. Next is the drill bit to drill into the metal pipe. You will need a metal drill bit. Wood bit will not work. Well, it will break, but that's about all it will do. I went ahead and got a tapered drill bit just in case, but as long as you have a 3/16 inch drill bit, that's the diameter of the metal screws. So a metal bit is great. If you want to get a tapered bit, that'll work too, but just something that will cut through metal. Next, you're going to need something to cut the PVC with. I went ahead and got a small ratcheting PVC cutter instead of just using a saw that I had, because I didn't want the plastic shavings all over the place, and the PVC cutter is much cleaner. You're also going to need a paddle bit for the drill. I got this long paddle bit. It's for either it's mostly for either masonry or wood, and it's a shame because we're going to be using it to drill the hole in the ground for the sleeve for the flag. But you know, it is what it is. You're also going to need either a mallet or a hammer. The problem with the mallet here in Dallas is the soil is very, very clay, and it's kind of tough, and so the mallet doesn't quite get it done. So I used the hammer in some cases, and then I wound up upgrading to like a little 4-pound sledge, which actually works very well. And the last thing you're going to need is the flag itself. These are 3.5 or 3x5 polyester flags. They're going to range about $2 to $3 a flag. all sort of depends on where you get them. We bought them online and got a discount, but they'll come to the ones that I got. They came 100 to a box. Just because there have been a lot of supply disruptions due to COVID, I went ahead and got like 2 boxes of 100, just so that I had enough. If we didn't need them, I figured that we might be able to pass them along to another club that was doing them. So I don't think they'll go to waste. Okay, the next thing is assembly. Pull the flag taut. Mark one hole. The top hole can just be set back from the top, probably about a quarter to a half an inch, and then mark the bottom hole. I would recommend not using one flag and marking all the pipes and drilling all the holes based on that one flag. And the reason that I say that is because it may sound like a time saver to begin with, but the issue that we found is that the quality control on where the grommets on the flag are, quality control is not that great. And when we used one flag, it wound up not being the same for other flags, and so all the holes were off, and sometimes we had to drill 3 holes instead of one. So it may seem like it saves time, but it will actually save time if you do it one flag at a time. Mark the holes for each flag and make each flag specific to one piece of pipe. Get out the drill bits, whichever you use. I use the tapered drill bit. Make sure that you have a good hold on it, because you're trying to drill into a very, very tiny surface when you think about it, because it's on the edge of a circle. So just be careful and drill each of the holes part way, and then you will take the drill driver and the hex screw. You can put the screw inside the fender washer, and then you screw it into the top, and then you do the one in the bottom. But before you tighten them fully, just make sure that the flag is taut, so that it doesn't just get whipped around and start stretching out. Okay, and when you're done with the flag, just roll it up. And what I usually do is I bundle them in bundles of 10. You can use whatever kind of bungee cord that you want to. It's usually easiest. You can either use the big one with the plastic ball on the end, which is fairly robust, or you can get a bunch of little small ones. I use both, and both work. I also got labels. They're regular Avery labels that you can put in a printer at home, and I got the ones, they're white, weather-resistant labels, and they have the name of the club. It also has our website and a QR code going to how you sign up on our website to receive a flag. And I also put in property of Kiwanis Club of Lakewood, Dallas, since technically that's what we are. We're the owners of the flag, and we are renting them out to other people. So just so everybody knows where to go, and should it get stolen, people would know where to contact to get it back to us. So I put the label on and then bundle them together and wait for the holiday. Now we're going to talk about installation. So you are going to need your power drill, and you'll change out the bit to the paddle bit for drilling the hole into the ground. You're also going to need your sleeves of PVC pipe with the 3/4 inch plug on the end, the threaded one. Again, weirdly, the 3/4 inch threaded works best. And you can either use a rubber mallet, or if you need to, use a hammer. I had to use a hammer simply because the mallet would only get the sleeve a certain amount in the ground, and that it really did take a hammer because the soil in Dallas is all clay. So that worked best. So you've chosen your location next to the street, And when you're about to drill the hole, look for a place that will be a reference point for finding it again. For the first ones, I use cracks in the sidewalks. That kind of narrows it down. Other clubs actually put a marking on the curb to let them know where it is from time to time. Okay, so once you've found your location, be very careful about sprinklers. That's both the pop-up head kind, and then a lot of people also have drip sprinklers that are in the ground, so be careful about that. You hold the drill upright, and you drill the hole down the whole length of the paddle bit, and then next thing is to take the part of the pipe that has the plug on it, and you hammer it into the ground. And like I said, you can either use a mallet or you can use a hammer. I've used both, and the pipe is pretty rigid. It'll take it. Don't worry about it being too straight up and down, because it will move a little bit. And if you want to make sure it is straight up and down, it starts with drilling a straight hole, but you can also shim it up if you really want to. Once the sleeve is in the ground, put the flag in, and you are done. Okay, so finally, a couple of acknowledgments. I wanted to let everybody know that we owe a debt of gratitude to the Kiwanis Club of Allen, Texas. And they are the ones who got us started with this program, and this video is my way to sort of pay it forward to other clubs, and to as a way to say thank you to Allen for getting us started. So thank you. The cut list is in the comments for this original video, and if you don't have it on the version of this video, if you see it someplace else that's not on our YouTube page or our website, you can email us at Lakewood, LAKEWOOD, at DallasKiwanis.org. Lakewood at DallasKiwanis.org. So if you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.